Live every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Of course, today is June 28th, 2022. It is Tuesday. We've got a full card of Major League Baseball today and nothing else going on. It's just that time of year. We got about a month and a half of this, and then we'll start NFL preseason football. You know, every fourth year we normally get the World Cup around this time, but we don't even get that. We have Wimbledon going on, but we're not going to talk about that here because I don't really follow tennis. Chris, you follow tennis at all?
Very, very rarely. And even the big tournaments I seldom follow. But,
how about the guys who, like, all of a sudden, you know, they become like tennis handicappers?
Tennis experts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you have a valued opinion all of a sudden.
I know the World Cup getting shifted to November this year because it's being in Qatar, but
Qatar.
Qatar.
I
don't even know. I've said Qatar like for the first 25 years of my life, and then everybody drops a bombshell on me that it's Qatar.
Yeah, actually, it's Qatar. Yeah, it's so weird that that's so late in the year. It's like,
oh well, it's because they don't want to put guys out when it's like 120 degrees in the middle of summer, and it's like they want to at least try to keep it reasonable, just with how hot it gets there. So.
Which makes it more interesting to figure out exactly how a World Cup ends up in a country like that to begin with.
Follow the paper trail. It's really not that hard. You just see all the money. You just follow the dollar, and that's exactly where the World Cup's going.
Those of you wondering where Brian is today, he's fired. No, I'm just kidding. Brian.
I was gonna say stuff happens. Stuff happened behind the scenes. Pies were thrown.
Yeah. No, Brian's in Delaware. He's at the Club Med in Delaware, or Beaches.
Sandals.
Sandals. Hedonism, right? Isn't that...
Oh Lord. Yeah, I'd say that one makes more sense. Extra big closets.
Delaware, the good one.
Where the teeth don't stay in and the clothes don't stay on.
Well, anyways, last night in Major League Baseball, we had some interesting games. It looked like the A's were going to take it to the Yankees. Didn't get it done. We saw a lot of Dodger fans and Dodger backers once again take it on the chin last night with the Rockies doing the damage. 4-0, shutting out the Dodgers. Of course, a place that really has been a pool of misery for the Dodgers. And then we saw Adam Wainwright. Oof. Once again, I mean, you see certain players, you know, and we talked about Verlander against the Yankees, you know, over last time he was out, and you know, it's like he's a Yankee killer, you know, whatever. But Adam Wainwright is a Marlin killer. I mean, he is the Marlin killer. I mean, he has career stats against them that is just unbelievable, you know. The Marlins' first home game in their stadium that they play in now, Adam Wainwright pitched for the Cardinals in that game, and the Cardinals, it was pretty similar to last night's game. It's just, you know, they broke in the new stadium by letting Adam Wainwright own them. It was a pretty rough one for the Marlins, but we've got a full schedule today, and I didn't see a lot of the late games, but I guess the White Sox came up just short against the Angels.
I don't know how many people would have expected a complete game from Chad Kuhl, but stepping up, he's trying to hold on to that spot in the Rockies rotation. I think he's doing a pretty good job of it too.
Yeah, he definitely did. We've got a good card of games today. And those of you that are premium members, we've posted the premium. Brian sent in his picks. Those of you joining us a little late, Brian is he's in Delaware.
Sipping on a pina colada.
Yes. The best pina coladas are in Delaware.
Little known fact.
We got the Guardians against the Twins, game 1. Got the Yankees against the A's. Frankie Montas, the last man standing for the A's. And then we've got Zach Wheeler and Charlie Morton going at it in the city of brotherly love, where Bittler had to leave town for the game. It was a Bittler leave town match.
Oh boy. Well, these three. For that game one, I think I'm still going to go with the under. That's my stronger play in that game. Devin Smeltzer, he just coming off of his worst start of the year, but he's pitched fairly well for the most part for the Twins. And I'm still seeing Zach Plesac as the starter for game one, and he's been pitching really well himself despite all the flack that I've been giving him in the past. So I think that's just going to be a lower scoring game. So I'm taking the under 9 there. And I don't love doing it, but I've got to go with the New York Yankees on the run line. Frankie Montas, while he is the last man standing in that Oakland rotation, the problem is for Montas is that he barely gets any run support, and we saw it last night. The A's can stake a starter 5 runs. They can use their bullpen to have a 5-2 lead, but this Yankees team can come alive offensively at any time. J.P. Sears, it's been a small sample size for Sears, but he has solid stuff from the minors, and I think even he can hold down the Oakland A's. So give me the Yankees on the run line.
I like the Twins to keep their mastery here over the Guardians. The Guardians just in a tailspin. We've seen in the American League Central when these teams lose, they lose in bunches. I also like the Braves here against the Phillies. I just think I haven't seen a lot lazier teams out there than the Philadelphia Phillies, and I think we'll see some pure laziness in this one as well. Zach Wheeler did not look good last time, and he wasn't helped by his defense last time, as we saw lazy play where singles became doubles, guys scoring from first base on lackadaisical effort in the outfield on balls that found a gap. I'm going to take the Braves here. Anyways, Chris, what are you selling today?
Well, for me, I got my $15 play. We're on back-to-back pickoff play victories. Going for 3 in a row here. Had a great day yesterday. If you're looking for the pickoff play, $15, or that pickoff play, also part of my Tuesday MLB 5 spot. I love today's card. I got my 5 best bets in one pack for $50 over at Pick Dogs Premium.
I got my $15 big play. Use the code June10, get 10% off. Hit 7 of my last 10 on the $15 big play. I'll tell you, even when my other picks have run cold, even Romanelli said this. He's like, man, even when you run cold, your big play still hits. And yesterday I only put out 1 pick, and it was the Cardinals with Wainwright as my big play. I like my big play again today. I also have a 3-pack, which does not include the big play, $34.99, and if you use the 10% off, costs you around $30. Well worth it. $10 a pick, and the other one, well, $15. Less than $1.50 if you use the coupon, makes it $13.50. It's a nice deal. John Wall joining the Clippers. Any chance he actually plays a game this time around, Chris?
You read my mind. That's the first thing I said when I saw that come across the pipeline. I was like, well, is he actually going to take the floor? Because he said he was going to do that the last couple teams he's played for, and hasn't shown up at all. Depends how easy are the stairs to walk down in LA, because we don't want anything to happen to John Wall again.
Got the Nationals taking on the Pirates. The Blue Jays, surprised. I was not as surprised that they won, just that they won that convincingly and easily against the Red Sox. And then we've got the Guardians and the Twinkies, game 2.
Yeah, for this one, excuse me, I'm going to go with the Pittsburgh Pirates. On the money line, Patrick Corbin, I'm not convinced that he's back on track. I think he's back in a tailspin again. And, the Nats have lost his last 2 starts by a combined score of 17-1. I'm not saying that the Pirates come in and rout the Nationals, but we're getting even money to fade Patrick Corbin with Jose Quintana, who has been one of the better starters for the Pirates this season. So give me Pittsburgh on the money line. And I'm going to go back to the well with the Boston Red Sox. I thought Michael Wacha might have started yesterday. I still like the Red Sox with Connor Seabold. Didn't work out, but I think Wacha today going to give the Red Sox a better chance. He has pitched better at home than on the road, but still 3.0 ERA. And Ross Stripling, I like Stripling, but I'm still having a hard time buying into him as a decent sized favorite for the Blue Jays. So give me the Red Sox and the plus money. I think they bounce back here.
I like the Nationals against the Pirates. I just think they've absolutely owned them. The Pirates, they go into these weird little slumps, and it just seems like one of those spots. 12-24 on the road versus 13-26 at home. We're looking at 33% shots here. So this is a really loud. That's how bad this game is. Ross Stripling pitched pretty decently last time out, so the probability of that happening twice in a row is slim to none. And I think the Guardians just continue to lose. We stay away from them until they actually win one. Then they probably win a few. We've got the Mets against the Astros. I showed Framber Valdez pitching here, but I see different pitchers listed here, but I believe it's Framber. Then we've got the Rays and the Brewers. I believe it's Springs in that one for the Rays. And then, is it Springs? No, it's tomorrow.
Yeah, I was still seeing TBD for the Rays.
And then Cardinals against the Marlins, the rematch. Braxton Garrett giving it a shot today.
Yeah, I like the Houston Astros, regardless of if it's Luis Garcia, or Framber Valdez. Both of those guys having better ERAs on the road than at home this season. While Carrasco has pitched better at home, the Astros just torched him for 5 runs in his last start, and I think that's more than enough here for this Astros team that always seems to provide value, and they've flat out dominated the Mets, even going back a few years now. So, give me the Houston Astros there. I like the Tampa Bay Rays at home. I've been convinced with what I've seen from Brandon Woodruff, and I think this is his first start back off of the injured list. And frankly, it's just with Woodruff, it's a case of I got to see it before I believe it. So give me the Tampa Bay Rays, and I lean towards the Marlins and the plus money. My strongest play there, but I just think Dakota Hudson's starting to regress a little bit, and I think Braxton Garrett's got some solid stuff, and I think he can put the Marlins in a good spot to get the job done here. So I lean towards the Marlins in that one.
Carlos Carrasco at home and at night, generally about a 3 ERA. The issue here for that, though, is that Carlos Carrasco versus the American League, his ERA moves up to about 11. So it's actually over 11 versus the American League, and he's playing against an American League team. So that's really not a good sign for them. I like Jose Altuve for the home run prop in that one too. And while you're there, did you get a chance to look at the betting tools this morning? As we've installed the Yerfie and Nerfies into the streaks. Yeah. So the Yerfie at home for the Mets against American League West teams, and this is why I like Altuve even more. 12 in a row on the Yerfie.
Wow.
Yep. 12 in a row. Yerfie at home against the AL West for the New York Mets. 12 in a row. Love the Yerfie.
I'm going to check that out.
Yep. It's in the streaks, but we do have a Nerfie and Yerfie tool that will be released shortly as well. Gotta love a Yerfie. Gotta love a Nerfie. Unless it's listed here. No, it's just not out yet. It will be though.
Okay.
But we have it under the streaks. You can see the Yerfie right there. Also, I like the under in the Brewers Rays. It's another one that's in the Nerfie Yerfie streaks. And but I think it's also in the under streaks. I think the last 4 meetings of those two teams have gone under. And I don't know. I like the Marlins in this one, but they just never beat the Cardinals. We move on. Cubs taking on the Reds. Keegan Thompson on the mound against Luis Castillo. Brian not here to butcher Castillo. We've got the Royals against the Rangers, and Chris, you're going to throw out a Castillo for Brian here. And we've got the Rockies against the Dodgers.
I think he would throw out a Castillo. I think he's got to throw the little E at the beginning there. But
no, he that's his new improved. That's the new improved.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. That's the new improved. He used to be Castillo.
Oh. Well, okay. Well, I'll do an honorary Castillo for Brian. I'll pour one out for him.
Abbott and Castillo.
Thompson and Castillo. It sounds like a bad law firm. I'm going to go with the under 9 in that Cincinnati and Cubs matchup. Castillo pitching. I think he's got solid stuff, and like a lot of Reds pitchers, he pitches better away from Great American Ballpark, especially this season. On the flip side, I got Keegan Thompson, who had a couple of bad outings, but for the most part, he's been pretty good this season despite the Cubs' shortcomings. And I think this is just one of those games that finishes close to the total, but I think finishes under the total when all's said and done. So give me the under 9 there. And I'm going to go with the Texas Rangers. I don't love John Gray, and I think John Heasley's had his moments where he's pitched well, but this just sets up as a bad spot, I think. And the Rangers looking to build off some of that momentum from that beatdown of the Royals on Monday. I got to go with the Rangers here at minus 145.
Yeah, I like the Reds against the Cubs. These are two lousy teams, but when you look at this, right? When you look at this way, okay? Hear me out. Okay? Hear me out, everybody. The Reds are 25-47. Okay? The Cubs are 28-45. The Reds started 3-21 on the season. They're way better than the Cubs. I mean, they are 2-1 better than the Cubs. I mean, am I missing something here? I mean, you guys tell me. Right? I mean, they started 3-21. They have almost identical records. They probably, I'm not saying the Cubs got off to like a heater of a start, but they did take down the Brewers early. I'm going to guess that they gave them at least a 10-game head start. At least. Castillo, my ass. I'm taking Castillo. Give me that Castillo guy. And a side of white rice. I'll take Luis Castillo and the Reds. I like anything that's not named Jonathan Heasley. Also works for me. Did we do Rockies and Dodgers?
I think so, yeah, we did.
Oh, Rockies all day again. Did you see the whining on the Romanelli posts? Like, I mean, it was like, oh my God.
The Dodgers were the 12th leg of that 12-leg lock parlay for plus 240. It was just, come on. The Ronniaks are starting to increase in size, but also increase in noise with the complaints after the Dodgers.
Gets to be a little much after a while. Got the Angels and the White Sox. Got the Diamondbacks and the Padres. The Giants and the Tigers. And the Mariners and the Royals.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Chicago White Sox in this one. I would have loved if this was Reed Detmers, because this was a spot where Detmers was probably slated to start, but I still like it against Chase Silseth. The White Sox, I know it's the end of June, and we're not saying that any team is out of it, but with the way how volatile the AL Central's been, and every team seemingly to go on like a multiple game losing streak multiple times a year, this seems like a good spot for the White Sox to be able to make up some ground and really sort of bite their time when they can go on a run themselves. So I like the White Sox at plus money there with Johnny Cueto. I like the under 7.5 between the Padres and Diamondbacks. Just when Sean Manaeus pitched against the D-backs this season, he's allowed just 2 runs in those 2 starts, and Zach Gallen's still the staff ace for the Diamondbacks. So I like the under 7.5 in that one.
I like the White Sox as well. I like the under in the Padres Diamondbacks. I like the under in the Mariners Orioles as well, and the Giants minus 37.5.
Lay the touchdown.
It's kind of like the Kentucky-Alabama game. I was laying 37.5, and I was celebrating when they were up by 58. My wife's like, what always happens when you start doing that? It's like they won by 78 points or something. It's like the type of game that you get to see like all the players that transferred from Alabama following the season. And they all played in that game. So bad. The Ronniaks. I'm full.
Ronniaks.
Screw me.
We gotta get the Ronniaks numbers up.
Anyways. All right. Brings us to parlay Parlay City.
Yeah, for my parlay, I will go with the Boston Red Sox on the money line. I'll go with the Houston Astros and the Chicago White Sox.
I'm going to take the Twins game 1, the Twins game 2 with the Atlanta Braves.
So I was like, please don't say Twins game 3. Because
Anyways, Brian, of course, should be back tomorrow, I believe. And those of you that are VIP members and premium members, of course, we've got his picks, and we'll be doing the VIP in just a moment. So thanks, everyone, for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow. Make it a winning day.